Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Wherever you are hearing me from, I welcome you. Welcome to today's training. Promises to be exciting. I hope you can all hear me. Yeah, all welcome. Yeah, I can see some people. Sorry, we are starting late. You're all welcome. If you can hear me, just say hello, or in the chat section, just say an hello. If you can hear me, let me know. Okay. Yes. Okay. Morenike, Ashiwaju can hear me. Good. That's good. You're all welcome. All right. My name is, I'm very excited, to be here today and to talk to you people about our course. My name is Nii Moluga, and I'm one of the facilitators for this course. And this is a 1-week course. We hope to finish by Thursday. And it's data science training. It's free, and it's going to be hands-on. All right. Okay, so Ben, can you hear me? Thank you. I can see Ben. I can see Musa. I can see BC. You're all welcome. You're all welcome to today. It's going to be for some days, and it's 2 p.m. I'm just going to show you I hope we all got the mail. If we didn't get the mail, let me know. So this is the first part where we'll be doing the introduction. Then tomorrow, we hope to go into, even today, we hope to go into more hands-on. Then from tomorrow, we'll continue from where we stop. So we take today, then somebody else will take tomorrow, then next tomorrow, another person is going to take it up. All right, so let me just show you the schedule for the class, so that
now you know set away.
please, I want us to mute ourselves so we don't disturb one another. I don't know whether you can see my screen. So this is going to be the schedule for the training. So as I said earlier, it's going to be for this period. We are starting today by 2. Sorry, we are starting a bit late. Start with introduction to data science and Power BI. Then tomorrow, 2 p.m., we are going to data analysis with Excel and a bit of machine learning insights, which is Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we'll be going into introduction to data analysis with R and modeling. Then the last day, which is the closing ceremony, it's 4 p.m. Basically, this will be a period where we allow you to ask questions. You get we get to take a group picture. Then there will be a certificate of participation, which will be sent to your email. So if you have not registered, I would like you to register so that you will be in our database. All right, and it's a good place to start. Thank you so much. So without wasting too much time, we'll just go. Okay, you say you can't hear me. A Galaxy A20. Can any other person hear me apart from Galaxy A20? If you know you can hear me, let me know. Galaxy A20, I think you need to work on your phone. Maybe you have muted. Can any other person hear me? Can any other person hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Musa can hear you.
Okay, good, good. So I don't know who is Galaxy A20. I don't know why.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I was talking about the schedule. So we have three facilitators that will be taking this program, and it's going to be for 3 to 4 days. And this is the schedule as you can see here. So the last day, every day, there will be time for question and answer. And if you miss a particular day, there is the video that will send you the link to watch to see able to catch up with what was discussed a day before. You understand? Thank God for technology. All right. So we are leveraging on technology throughout. It's going to be an online training, and it's going to be basically by Zoom. You can also watch us on our Facebook. On Facebook, this is our handle, SG, I will zoom in, DataNet. Okay, so if you look for SG DataNet on Facebook, if you don't want to follow up the Zoom, you can look for SG DataNet on Facebook. That's our Facebook link. We are streaming both, so it's on Facebook and at the same time running on Zoom. All right, so without wasting so much time, let's go straight to business of today. All right, so I'm going to stop my video so that it doesn't chop much of your data. I hope you don't mind.
We don't mind, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to stop my video so that it doesn't take much of your data. But can you still hear me? Can you all still hear me? A lot of people.
Loud and clear.
Okay, all right. So, and can you see my screen?
Yes, you can see.
Okay, so as you can see from Southgate DataNet, and it's a free data science training. Some people have already contacted me one way or the other wanting to learn more. So I just directed everybody to come to this training. Let them get a feel of what they are going to learn. Let them get a feel of what data science is all about before they jump into it. Before you start saying you want to pay us or have an understanding of what you are getting into. All right. Okay. So what's the agenda? What's the agenda for this course? The agenda is simple. That was what we posted on all our handles. Is for you to know the importance, to familiarize yourself with data science, and how it can change your life or your organization. All right. To know the different roles that are in data science. So, there are different roles. Are you going to be a data scientist? Are you going to be a data analyst? Are you going to be a data engineer? All right. Or are you going to be a business intelligence analyst? Business analyst. We'll get to know a lot of all these differences in the course of this class. For every role that is there, Adetun, you are welcome. You are welcome, Adetun. Can you hear us loud and clear? We've started like 5 minutes ago, so you will not really miss much. As you come in, I would like you to mute yourself. I would like you to mute yourself so we don't be a disturbance to others. All right, so my name is Nee. Adetun, you are just joining. You are welcome. We just show them the schedule, and I'm sure you've got the mail of the schedule for the training. All right, so I'm going to just take off from there, starting with the agenda. So today's agenda is simple. Today's agenda for the program actually is simple. We are working on these 4 pillars to know the importance of data science, to know the different roles in data science, to know the skill set, because for every role you can think of, there is a skill set attached to it. What are the skill sets? Which one do you need to focus on right now? Which one don't you need to focus on right now? Okay, we are in Nigeria. Which skill set is selling the most in Nigeria? Because our domain also matters. If you are in abroad, if you are in Canada, if you are in US, what tools is the one that is topping your game there? It's going to be quite different from what people are using here. And what are the opportunities you can fit in? I mentioned earlier, you could be data scientist, data engineer, data analyst, but some organizations may not call it that portfolio, but they might have another name for it. But you still have to know, okay, this career opportunity that is coming up, I'm in a fit for it. One of our students just called me today. She told me she got a job. She got a job and thinks she's going to join this class from tomorrow, and she's very excited. I told her I'm going to call her back, but because of this training, I have not had time to really call her and join with her. So that's to tell you the importance of training. If she didn't have a training, she wouldn't be in a place to fit in for that job here in Lagos, Nigeria. All right, so that's the agenda for today. So skills play a very important role. You need to be a master of your skill, to be at the top of your skill. That is when you'll be able to make impact in your organization. All right, so moving on. Okay, so about us, we are an IT company and we deliver different things from training to softwares to BI advisory to implementation and deployment of solutions to GIS, to e-learning portal, and corporate-based training. We've been in existence since 2016, and we've had to train quite a wide number of people. All right, and this is I think I need to show you that. Okay, this is our website. As our website is trying to open, you can always go to our website. It's www.sgdatanet.ng. Most of you that signed fill in the form, you're already familiar with our website. That's our website. You can get to know more about our offering. All right. Okay. So what is data science all about? Is it a personality or is it a technology? Can anybody answer that question? Just unmute yourself and answer. If you know the answer, just let me know. Or just type it. Do you think it's a personality or a technology? With all I've said, do you think data science is a personality or a technology? Just send a chat. What's your thoughts? What's your thought on it? Is it a personality or a technology? Let me know your thoughts quickly. Send a chat. Let me know your thoughts. I'm waiting. Send a chat. Let me know your thoughts. Sharply. Okay. Okay, it's a technology. Somebody said it's a technology. All right. Okay. Galaxy says it's a technology. Okay. It's a technology. All right. Okay. Right. Yes, data science is a technique. You are all right. It is also a personality, because without personality, nobody would be able to also use the technology. So in both cases, it's actually both. It's a technology, and at the same time, there's a person driving the technology. So we are both right. And data science, you can actually split it into two. You can split it and you can have the aspect of data. Okay, Ben said it's a technology and also a personality. Thank you so much. All right. So you can actually look at data science from two broad words. There's the aspect for the data and there's the aspect for science. When we talk about data can be anything. I'm going to explain it. So it can be divided into two. like I said earlier, let me just go back to my sketch. So it can be divided into two. We have the aspect of data part. One, we have the aspect of science. All right. So data, we all know what data is. Data can be anything, like I could say Musa goat, Yam, telephone, grass, 0101, like all those things I've said now, they are data. This is data. Cat, 143. Music, maybe I have some music.mp4. Airphone. What else? Cake. Going to market. All these are data, right? They are all separated. So data can be any of these. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Music. This is an MP4 song, or I could say Davido. It's a music. Airphone, cake, then going to market all together. These are data, but it doesn't make sense, right? So when you look at our data, that is data for you. Then that is data can be anything that is not yet structured. It's not yet, when I mean structured, it's not yet, we all use Microsoft Excel. All those things you see on your Excel, it's already structured. You have rows and columns, all right. But this one now, it's not structured. We don't know. Are we talking about cat that is 124 years, or Davido is a cat, or Airphone is a cat, or the cat is eating a cake, or the cat is going to market? You see, it doesn't really make sense. That is data for you. You understand? Then, if you look back to the slide, you see I wrote in here science. Science, we've all known science right from when we were young. Science has always been there. But science is a technique, it's a method that brings about improvement, that brings about discovery, that brings about, science is all about research. Science is about techniques. Science is about method. Science is about technology. Science is about experiments. We all know what science is. We all know the impact of science in our world right now. So that is science. We all know what science is. Science is all about, it has always been there. So we can say science is about research. It's about experiments. It's about procedures. It's about methods. It's about techniques. It's about discovery. It's about, you see, all this is what science is all about. Innovation. And science cuts across different fields all over. No matter the field we look at, you can see science playing a very dominant role in it. So that is what science is all about. I don't know how many of us are scientists here, or we've worked in a science-oriented department before. So when we talk about data science, it's the application of scientific methods on data. So if you look back to my screen here, if you start applying all these methods that I put here, if you start applying them to this data, then you are doing what we call data science. You start applying this to this here, then you are doing what we call data science. Application of scientific methods, procedures, techniques to data. That is just the layman's explanation of what data science is all about. So when you start applying all these things, then you have successfully become a data scientist. All right, so we are moving on. But if you look, am I too fast, or are we getting anything so far? Am I fast or slow? Let me know. Let me hear your comments. Let me hear your comment if I'm too fast or too slow. I'm waiting. Are you catching anything so far? Let me know. Sharply, sharply. Are we there? Are we catching anything so far? All right.
It's okay.
Okay, good, good, good. Yeah. Okay, good, 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 good. Thank you, thank you. All right. So one thing I forgot to say, you can invite your friends, share the link, continues tomorrow, share it on your WhatsApp, share it on your group, share it everywhere. Let a lot of people know about what is happening. No. All right, but data science is an interdependent skill, technique, method, because it cut across so many other disciplines. So if you look at this diagram and look here, look, we have mathematics standing there on the left-hand side. We have machine learning, we have computer science, we have data processing, we have domain, and we have statistics research. In the center of everything is data science. It means as a mathematician, you can apply data science. In computer science, that's the cocoa, that's the main area. You apply data science. When you are a statistical or research person, you are also applying data science and data processing. Then you have a lot of data. You are welcome. You are welcome. I can see you. You just joined us. John, you are welcome. There's a replay after this. So data science sits in between all these areas I've mentioned. You see, it sits in the center of everything. It's like the heartbeat of all these areas I've mentioned here. All the three areas I've mentioned. Data science sits in between them. And you can't do without data science in any of these. So when we talk about, we all know what computer science is, mathematics, statistics, you know what statisticians do. If you study statistics, statisticians, you know what you do. But the ones I know we might not be conversant with is the domain expert and machine learning and data processing. So the machine learning is born out of artificial intelligence. Machine learning is born out of artificial intelligence. It's like a baby of artificial intelligence, where a computer program is allowed to get information from data without you necessarily programming that software or that robot or that algorithm to do so. It do so by learning. It do so by learning. That is what machine learning is all about. If you have a child, you don't necessarily teach your child how to walk, but the child stands fall. That is a typical way a machine learning works. It tries to mimic the brain of a human being and begin to be able to learn from experience and be able to now do those things, that it's not necessarily programmed to do. That is what the machine is all about. That is the layman explanation of learning. Then the one I know you may not be familiar with is data processing. There's no way you can do data processing as a machine learning without applying science procedures or techniques. Data processing is when you have chunks of data. Let's say you have an Excel file that has plenty rows, thousands of rows. You need to use a simpler method of I need to mute ourselves. You need to use data science method of processing that data, because your database may not be able to hold such data. Your Excel may not be able to hold such data. That is when you need science to solve that. Please, I want us to mute ourselves. I'm going to mute you now. Please, I want us to mute ourselves so we don't disturb people. All right. So that is the diagram showing the interrelation of data science to all these fields I've mentioned. Then the domain area, the domain expertise. No matter the domain you are functioning right now, you are in that domain because you have knowledge about it. Wherever you are working, whatever you are doing, whether you are into the health sector, you are into the energy sector, you are into the school education sector, that is your domain. You can apply data science in that area, no matter the domain you find yourself, because you already have the knowledge. What you need is a tool to be able to apply data science process into that your domain. And it's once you learn from us, once you learn the tools, you are in the best fit to be able to apply data science process to that your domain, because you understand your process more than any other person. I can't take you to an aviation sector and put you there and even with all the skill sets you have in data science, you may not be able to apply it effectively. Like, you will still need an airline officer to work with that will be able to explain to you, this is what we do here, this is how this process works. You know, this process A moves to process B before process C, before a plane can take off. And this is what happens when the plane comes back. You need all this from domain knowledge. You need all this domain knowledge. Even if you're a data scientist and I push you to an aviation industry, you won't understand the process, even with all the skills. So once you are the domain you have, you can start from there. No matter how small the data you are working with, you can start from there. And even if you don't have any data, you can start by creating a process that will be capturing data wherever domain you are. So you start by capturing the data, then you can apply the skills to it, apply the data science process to it. I hope I've been able to trash that place. But if you have any question, please feel free to stop me, send your chat, and I will definitely attend to it. All right. So what do they do? What are some of the activities there? Some of the activities that you see. So it's very, very easy, but just summarize it. It's actually more than this. The first thing is, the data scientist cannot work without data, because you can see that data is the main guy. The science is the application to it. So data scientists cannot work without data. That's one thing you should realize. So once you get the data, if your organization already have data, very good. Very, very good. That is this. You have passed the first hurdle. Now, the second hurdle is to use the data to learn patterns from the data. And how do you do this? That is what we will get to learn in this class. Then you use the trend to answer. You use the trends which are listed in first step here to answer other questions like why, how, when. No, that is business analytics and business analysis. After seeing the trend, you can now make decisions for your organization. Okay, we need to start this. We need to stop this. We need to continue this. We need to look into this. So it's a step. First, have data. First, learn from the data. Then use the trend to answer various questions. Why, how, this, then make decisions. There's a difference between business analytics and business analysis. When you talk about business analytics, that means you are predicting. You are predicting the future. You are predicting what will happen using your data in March 2021, in April 2021, in March, in June, you are predicting. But when you talk about analysis, you are talking about things that have happened in the past, using the data to predict what has happened in the past. So you are predicting what has happened in 2020, why it happened, how it happened, why. Mostly you are predicting the why. So when that's different, analysis is past tense, while analytics is present tense or future. Let's not mix it, because a lot of people say, I want to study data analytics. I want to know data analysis. You should know the difference between both. They are two different things, but you can do both. But most times, organizations want the analytic aspect because they want to be able to predict, will they make money in June? Will they make money in August 2021? Will they make a shortfall Should they stop production of this? Should we have another department? Should we create another school? Should we start a body now system? With data, you'll be able to predict all those things. All right. So basically, these are the key pillars of what data scientists do. All right, so now we are taking it a step further. We're going to look at the roles, the responsibilities, the skills, and the salary that are involved. I know a lot of us will be really interested in the salary, isn't it? I'm interested in it too, anyway. So we're going to look at those areas, and we're going to focus on 3 areas right now: the data scientist, the data engineer, and the data analyst. Ready? Let's go. All right, when we talk about the responsibilities, I'm going to focus on 2 first, and I will explain the data engineer first. These are their responsibilities. All right, if we look at the data scientists, which is on the left, they use data to discover opportunities. They develop analytical methods, and okay, what are when we talk about using data to discover opportunities, that means with the data they have, they are able to help the organization to discover new opportunities that will come in. Then they develop analytical methods and machine learning models. Analytical methods is a broad spectrum, but what they do is they develop machine models that they will use to test the opportunity they are prescribing to the organization. So that machine model is what they use to test. They do a lot of data cleaning. You know, when they get this data, the data could come from the data. What I mean by cleaning is the data may be unstructured. It could be data coming from social media. You just imagine somebody putting an emoji. How do you classify an emoji icon in social media when you want to store it in a database? Or somebody upload a music, or your data is coming from website and people type rubbish there. You need to clean up all those data, make them structured before you can put them in the database. And they conduct A and B testing. That means they test this data with a subset of them. They can divide the data into segments and test part A of the data with part C of the data, or test part C of the data, test part C of the data with part E of the data. So what I mean is, let me show you an example. What I mean by that is this. Let me show you. Let's say this is my data. I can divide this data into parts like this. And I call this part A. Cut it out, copy it out. I'm just using it as an example and paste. So this is part A. I can now decide to get this one, part B, and test these 2 together. Compare these 2, test them. You know, that is what we call A and B testing. You segment the data into parts and you test. That is some of the things they do. Then they clean up the data. Cleaning up can take a lot of your time as a data scientist. You spend like 70% of your time cleaning up data, because it's not all the data you have that you need. It's not all the data you have that are productive. It's not all the data you have that makes sense. You will need to clean up. You need to cut off some things, remove some things, generate some new columns from your data, generate some new measures, generate some new dimensions from that single data you have. So cleaning up is where the work is. 30% of your time is for the prediction, generating your models, but you spend a lot of your time cleaning up the data to your taste. And on the right-hand side, we have the data analyst. Their job to me is a bit easier than a data scientist. And I will show you at the end of the day. So one of the activities they do is they use pre-existing data to solve problems. So let's say the data is already stored in the database, or they can use it to solve problems. Like when I told you about data and business analysis, you can use it to solve why something happened in the past. why this happened in the past, why that happened in the past. That's some of the things they do. Then they create reports, beautiful reports. Reports can come in form of, they create dashboard. Then they help gather incremental data from new source. They can increase the data in your repository. Dashboards, we will get to that in the class. You see how dashboard works, how dashboard operates, and reports. We all develop reports at one time or the other. These reports could be done by a data analyst. Then what are some of the qualifications that they might need? Some of the qualifications. For data scientists, a master's degree or higher is preferred, a PhD for some position, degree in computer science, statistics, mathematics, and physics. Look, don't be afraid when you see PhD or this. The reason is they use it as a way to streamline people. So PhD is not really a compulsory thing. The reason why you see PhD is there because they feel that for you to get PhD it can take you 5 years. And if you are in the tech IT sector, for you to be able to attain to that position, you must have mastered some skills. That is why there. So some organizations put it there, but it's not mandatory. But sometimes masters is important. Most of the ones I've seen so far, they are some of the ones, not most. Some of the ones I've seen so far, they ask for this qualification. Some of the ones I've seen so far, they try to look at if there is a BSc holder that is coming and a master's holder that is coming, they will want to give preference. They will want to give, you are welcome, Mr. Kindly mute yourself as you come in. Kindly mute yourself. There's a recording also, so you would get to watch it later. So some of the qualifications. If I'm to employ a data scientist and I see somebody with a master's and BSc, I'll be tilted towards the master's guy because I feel he has more educational qualifications than the master's. Then some of the areas of discipline they look at are in computer science, statistics, mathematics, economics, and physics. Because the reason why I put this here is because we believe that in these areas, this is not all, it could be more. We believe that in these areas, if you have to go through the school system, you have done some levels of analysis. You have done some levels of playing with numbers. You have done some levels of research. That is why you see statistics, mathematics. But apart from these sub-courses I've written, somebody in the sciences will be a good fit. Let's say you are in chemistry, if you are in agric science, if you are somebody that does research, no matter your discipline, you'll be a good fit. Because for you to do research, that means you are applying all those things we said earlier, techniques, methods, procedures to it. So you need to consider that also. Just a minute, I have a phone call. Hello. Sir. Yeah, I've sent it. Yes. Hello, I'm back. Sorry for the. So that is so if you are in the field of sciences and you do all those things we listed earlier, I mentioned some things earlier that if you apply techniques, procedures, what were those things I was saying? Research, experiment, procedures, methods, techniques, discovery, innovation, then you are in a good fit for a data scientist. All right. So when we look at the data analyst aspect, the qualifications is not as much as that of a data scientist. Sometimes they have a bachelor's degree, and if you have a master's, it's okay. Master's is required for some position, but not necessary. Degree in computer science and all those, same as you can see here, there's finance, there's economics. So these are some of the basic skills. I know a lot of us may not fall into this bracket, but it doesn't matter. It's the future, and you need to to learn the skills that will make you, be futuristic. Don't look at it like, oh, I'm not in this area, I need to pull out. No, you don't need to pull out. It's a future, and you need to keep yourself abreast. If not, some of those jobs we are doing, machine will just take over one day and will be redundant. So the earlier you fall into the scheme of things, the better. All right. So this is the most difficult part. A lot of us may be wondering, we don't understand all these things I'm saying here, but don't worry, I'll try as much as possible to break them down. All right. No, it's not exhaustive. Some of these skills, these are just mine. Over training for some time, I've discovered that some other trainers might say, no, you need this, you remove this. But for me, after training people and seeing the workforce for a while, I've now decided to come with this package. I'm not saying it's the all in all, but I feel if you have any of this, some of these skills, you are in a best fit to get job anywhere in Nigeria, Lagos, than somebody that doesn't have anything in this skill set I've written here. I can beat my chest to that. I can say that with my full chest. Because I've trained people from different areas, banks, telecoms, what else? Yes, Eco Disco, and I see the kind of skill set they want. I see the kind of training they come for. So I can tell you of a truth that if you have, you may not know all, but like 80% of what is here, you are good to go anywhere, whether Nigeria or outside Nigeria. Outside Nigeria is even easy. You get your job not because of who you know, but what you can do. All right, so we're starting with data scientists. So far, you will have seen the trend that data scientists it's more technical than data analysts. All right, so the first one I wrote is SQL. SQL means sequential query language. It's a language that you use to talk to the database. Yeah. So you are welcome. You are welcome. I see you are just joining us. You are welcome once again. There's going to be a replay, and you can always watch the replay after the class. I will send a link to everybody that have registered. All right. So the first thing here is SQL. SQL is a language we use to talk to the database. Once there's a website, once there's an application, the language you use to retrieve, to query the database is SQL. Data will always be in database. Your data will always be in the database. For you to talk to that database, you need to have some level of SQL. No matter the SQL, and there are different vendors. There's Microsoft SQL, there's Oracle, there's IBM, there's MySQL. No one of them. It is very important, very, very important. Very important, because that is the foundation. It's the simplest. Then we are taking it deeper, deeper, deeper. The next one I wrote there is R, Python, okay. So R and Python are two different languages. The R is a statistical programming language, and Python is a programming language on its own. R, a lot of people that do statistics use R. They are both open source. It means it's free. And the ones I put in bracket, and Python is a programming language, but Python is very good for data scientists because it has some libraries. All these things I wrote here, NumPy, Pandas, scikit-learn, TensorFlow, some of the tools and some of the libraries and machine learning products that the data scientists need. All right, so NumPy is for Python, Pandas is for Python, scikit-learn is for Python, TensorFlow is for machine learning. You need to get yourself to know all this. If you look at it here, on the data analyst, it's also repeated. Then this Tableau and Power BI, they are for after you've done all the hard work of doing your research with data and all that, for you to display it for that people that are not IT savvy can understand your report, can understand your visualization. You use any of these, Power BI and Tableau. Tableau is a company in US. Power BI is owned by Microsoft. You need to get yourself abreast with all this. You understand? See, it's also repeating itself here. They are the most common ones because they are easy to install and very easy to learn. Am I flowing? Are we getting anything? Then natural language processing, NLP. That is, once you have trying to do machine learning on data that has to do with text, then you need to learn machine learning and natural language processing. NLP means natural language processing. If you find yourself in that domain, that is what you need to do. It's when you have huge amount of text. Text could be, as I'm talking now, something is grabbing my speech, audio to text, and you need to be able to analyze it using some processes. Then you need NLP to do that. And those texts could be structured and unstructured because you need to clean the text up before you can now put it in a database. Then if you look at it, we have data modeling. Data modeling is also very important. Why is it important? Data modeling helps you to be able to create a container, how your database is structured. You have different tables in a database. Data modeling comes into play in that area because in data modeling, you know the relationship between your tables, between your different tables, how they connect, how they relate. You know, let's say you work in the university. You know, in university, we have so many things running in university. We have the lecturers, we have the students take courses, and the students are in department, the students are under a faculty, then there is you know, all those things we can create them as table in the database and connect them to each other. That is data modeling. You can't be a successful data analyst without knowing data modeling. Okay. Apache Spark is for big data. Apache Spark is for big data. You have data coming in large volumes, data coming in big volumes. That is when you need Apache Spark. SAS and SPSS are also tools that they look like Excel. SPSS and SAS, they look like Excel, but they are much more complicated than Excel. As a data analyst, you need to get to, as a data analyst, you need to get in tune with SPSS. You are welcome. Welcome to the class. You are joining a bit late. Yeah, you are welcome. So you need to get your hands on SPSS and SAS. Then I also wrote Jupyter Notebook, PyCharm. These are softwares that you can use with your Python. They are IDEs. They are IDEs that you need to get yourself familiar with because they make Python programming very easy for you. Very easy. Then Excel, if you're a data analyst, we all know what Excel is. Then I also put SAS, AWS, and Azure. AWS and Azure, they are machine learning in the cloud. So if your company decides to do machine learning in the cloud, then you need to get yourself acquainted with that skill. All right, we're moving on. What are the salary expectation for data scientists and I don't know, can we all see my screen? Can you all see my screen? Let me know. Can you send a chat? Somebody was saying they can't see my screen. Let me know. Can you see my screen? Can you all hear me? Okay. Okay, Musa, you can see my screen. Okay. All right. So you are welcome. You are welcome, all of you that are just joining. You are all welcome. And you can hear me. Okay. All right. Somebody was telling me they can't hear me. That's why somebody chatted me now. If you can hear me, if you can't hear me, chat me on WhatsApp. Okay, so what are the salary we are looking at? All right, this is not but for me, over time, I've seen people working and what they earn. So that is why I've come to this conclusion. Especially the country we are in Nigeria. In abroad, is actually more than this. But for a data scientist, entry level, if you are employed as a data scientist, because that means you are reporting to a chief data scientist. That means you have superior or you have a manager. So I'm looking at between 1.8 million to 2 million. So if you divide that, that is per annum. All the salary I wrote here is per annum. All right. So if you do the maths, it's very easy. 1.8 is it's like 180,000. That's going to like 180,000 if I'm right. That means yes, 180,000 per month. That's what it means. To 2 million. It depends. There was one recruiting company that called me and they wanted to recruit and they said, how much should we pay? The woman doesn't know anything about IT. So I asked her what are the responsibilities the person will be doing. She told me the responsibilities and I told her, okay, starting with between 70,000 to 100,000. What is your? She now said, okay, so things like that happen. For mid-level, these are the salary range we are looking at. We're looking at between 3 to 4.2 million. Then senior level, between 6 million and 9 million for a senior level. But if you look at the other side, where we have a data analyst, you can see that the salary is the highest, the lowest of data analysts, data scientists is the highest for this one here. So because their own responsibilities is not that much, that is why we see them getting such salary. So their entry level is that price, their mid level is 1.8 to 2, their senior level is 3.4, should fall between this range. All right. So it also depends on where you work. Some places where you work, especially if you work with multinationals, they might want to pay you the standard way they pay over there. I'm sure we all know that. So it also depends on your organization sometimes. All right. We are moving on. So what next? We've said a lot. We've said so much. We've said so little. What next? So what next is, what skills are you willing to learn right now? In here, we've categorized the various skills according to various areas. Here, I'm just trying to explain to you. I don't know whether you can see the screen. We have different skills. We've gathered different skills for different purposes. And we feel, okay, as a data scientist, data architect, or data analyst, these are some of the tools we feel you need to learn. And we put them in categories. If you want to move from category 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, good. But if you want to move from, if you just want to pick a particular skill set, but if you want to have a one-on-one session with me to know, okay, then I will be able to interview you, know where you are, what you do, the domain area you work, and now you can apply, and I will be able to recommend, okay, these are the skills you need, the tools you need to learn. You can chat me, that's our WhatsApp number, or you can send the email. I know that a lot of us have filled the form, but if you want to have one-on-one chat, then we can guide you, because a lot of people are confused. Oh, which one should I do now? Should I do 2? Should I do category 1? Should I do category 4? Oh, I'm confused. I want to do some in category 1, but I also want to do some in category 4. A lot of people, students do call me and they are confused, they send mail, and and they are confused. But if you find yourself confused, just send me a WhatsApp message. I'll be able to put you through and guide you into, okay, we can now shuffle, pick a bit of this, pick a bit of that, at least to make you, groom you into where you need to be. Okay, so why Southgate Internet? Well, I'm not bragging, but these are some of the reasons why you should support us. You should join us. You should learn from us. You see the register you for our course, you attend our live training. Even if you miss, you can watch on our portal. We give you assignments to test you, because one thing about data science is you need hands-on, you need practicals, you need to get your hands dirty. What I mean is you need to practice more. But that is when you can become an expert. That's why we give you assignments and quizzes. Then you work on real life projects. When we are doing projects, we carry you along. We don't just train you, get your money and dump, just throw you away. No. When we do projects, you are carried along. Then 247 support. I mean it, 247 support. There are some students that have gone through us. They are using it in their workplace. There was a woman, she works in the telecom sector. Up till now, we still provide support for her because of the relationship we built, because she trained from us. She trained in 2018 and they use business intelligence, Oracle Business Intelligence, and we still provide support. We might not go there physically, but we do it on Zoom or Skype or whatever platform, So support, I really mean that support. Anytime, any day she calls me, I'm ready to provide the support. Then interview. How do you respond to interview? We teach you all that. We train you all that. What are some of the questions? The questions I will ask somebody I want to employ. I will give you the nuggets. Then your resume. A lot of us don't know how to build resume for as a data scientist or data analyst or data engineer. Our resume is the first point. Once I see some resume, I know this one doesn't know what he's doing. You see somebody that does websites, you will be applying for a job of data scientist or data analyst or business analyst. You definitely, once you see the resume, you just know that this one is going to into the trash can. So how do you prepare a fitting resume? How do you present a resume that will stand out? You get to know all that. We've come to the end of the class. I hope we've been able to pick one or two things from today's class. If there's anything you didn't pick, just look at this and know that this is what the data scientist and data engineer does. You can see the data engineer, you can see the data scientist and analyst. I didn't mention data engineer the last time. Data engineer is the one that gather the data. You can see the pizza is made by these people, while the data engineer gathers all this. All right, so we finished the first part of the course. We want to go into hands-on right now. I don't know if we have any question or something that is not clear that you want me to make clear in the course of the class. Just let me know. Just send a chat. Let me know, or you can unmute yourself and talk. I want us to go to another section, or if you don't want us to do it now, we can do it tomorrow. Okay, somebody asked how long is the training daily? It's supposed to be, it starts 2 and end by 4, 2 hours. It's 2 hours daily. 2 hours daily. Any other question before we go on? And these are our websites. These are our websites. You can see a lot of the things we do about us. And some of our courses are here. You can see all the courses we offer. Then And this is our channel. You can see all our past course trainings we've done under the channel. My internet is a bit slow. Then our blog is here. Then you can sign up for any of our courses here. If there's any more questions, let me know. Let me know before we go on. Okay, these are some of our trainings that we've done, the recorded parts. That is why I said for every recorded part, there will be a video. All right. All right, so we are moving on. If there's no more question, this is practical. So what I'm going to do is I want us to do something. I want this one to be practical. So I'm going to send you all this manual so that you will install Power BI on your laptop. Then we can start from there. This is Power BI. This is how it looks. This is Power BI. So I want us to install it. So I will send us this manual. That will keep by us so that tomorrow we can continue. So what I want us to do is when we are coming tomorrow, we will have installed this manual and we'll do a practical on this manual. Is that okay by us? Is that okay by us? Let me know. Okay. So you want me to send the manual to your email? Okay. All right. All of us said okay. Because I don't just want to be training, and you are not able to practice. Okay. A lot of us said that. All right. So that means I will send you the manual. I will send you how to get the software. You download it. You install it. It's straightforward. It's straightforward to install. Then we'll continue from there tomorrow. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. Is that okay? So if you didn't get my email the first time, that is yesterday, please drop your email now. Or if you got my email, no problem. You will still get it. You will get this manual. Is that okay? All right. Thank you so much for your time. I think this is a good time to stop. So tomorrow we are meeting again by 2 p.m. to do the practical. Okay. You didn't get it. I can upload it here. I don't think I can upload here. Okay. Can you send me a WhatsApp? This is my number. All of you. Okay. All of you can get my number. Send me a WhatsApp. Send me a WhatsApp. Then I would get back to you. Okay, you are raising your hand. What's the issue? Oluwafemi Omosebi. You are raising your hand. Yeah, you can talk if you want to talk. If you didn't get the manual or my email, call me. Okay, send me a WhatsApp on this number. I sent it to everybody. So that you can send me a WhatsApp. I can get to know you and send you the manual. Please, it's very important. Okay, yes, I noticed this email bounced back. Yes, it bounced back. I noticed this email bounced back. Yes. Okay, I wrote the wrong email. Okay, I get it now. I will correct it. But if you didn't get it for any reason, just buzz me on WhatsApp. Is that okay? All right. Thank you so much. I think we need to stop here. Then I will instantly send you the mail. Then we can continue tomorrow. Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for coming up. Thanks for joining us. Have a wonderful wonderful day. Bye for now.